What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop, and it is another Tech Tip Sunday. I need a stool or something. God, I got nothing to sit on. It's been a hot minute since you've seen me. Well, at least on a tech tip video. This is my tomorrow. Well, actually, this is the first day of the new week where I work. So this will be my 7th week. I've done 6 days a week. I've only had 1 day off, and just trying to cram so much in on Sundays, and then some nights during the week. It's just been difficult to get a video out. So I'm hoping I'll post this one today. If not, maybe you'll see it on Monday, but I don't know. Not a lot going on. I really couldn't think of any tech tips. Everything that we talk about is just things that happen during the week. What is that? Damn it. I just ordered one of these off Amazon. I knew I had one somewhere. Oh, it's for an exterior extension cord. And then Amazon only had a 3-pack, so now I have 4. What the hell was I just saying? Yeah, something about I don't plan these out. It's just I kind of wake up on a Sunday and it's just like, hey, what did we do this week? Sometimes if something happens, I'm like, oh, hey, this would make a good tech tip. And this week it's just been kind of annoying a little bit, you know, with some customers. They get annoying sometimes, especially when it's not my fault. It's not my fault your car's broken, and I understand. When your car breaks, it's expensive. Like I said, nobody wants it. I've said this 1,000 times. Nobody wants to come see me, but you got to treat me with a little bit of respect. Yesterday, so it'd been Saturday, lady comes there, calls up, makes an appointment. My brakes are making noise, I need to get in right away. So I pull up her history, and I'm like, yeah, you were in about 6 months ago, and we recommended front and rear brakes. So yeah, I bet they are making noise. No, I had someone do them, and now they're making noise. And my son's in the hospital, Tampa General, whatever, and I really need to get up there. And I'm like, oh, it's now my problem that you had someone else do the brakes, and now they're making noise, and now I have to readjust my whole day for you. I did feel a little bad, you know, her son's in the hospital, so whatever, it is what it is. Bring it on in. I got a fairly light day, so I'll squeeze you in somewhere, you know, maybe 30-40 minute wait before I can get you in my bay, but I'll get it to take a look at. So take it for a test drive, you know, hear the noise. Not dire, but there is some noise on one of the tires. Pull it in, get it up in the air. Left rear brake caliper is frozen, went metal to metal. Vehicle, little Hyundai or Kia SUV, I can't remember which one. I think it was a Hyundai. SUV, a rear electronic emergency brakes, electronic rear calipers. And one of them hung up, and I'm like, man, this thing only had like 80,000 miles on it. And I was surprised it needed brakes at the previous oil change, but whatever, maybe she rides her brakes, whatever. So I start, hunting around, calling around, nobody's got parts. So I go in there, I go, listen, the brake calipers failed. I go, I don't know if you've got a warranty on whoever did these brakes. Maybe you can take it back there. I know it's Saturday, and you may not get into the shop till Monday. Instantly snap back. I need to be at the doctor's office on Monday. My son's in the hospital. All right, I know, I know you're emotional, so I, kind of de-escalate. Okay, I'm sorry. If you paid good money for these at another shop, I didn't go to a shop. My uncle and my son did the brakes, and I'm like, all right, so these are electronic calipers. You need some special tools. They probably really weren't sure of what they were doing. He is a mechanic. He knows what he's doing. And I've heard this 1,000 fucking times. Your husband is not a mechanic. Your uncle's not a mechanic. Your son's not a mechanic unless they fucking work at a mechanic shop. Period. I am a mechanic. I am. That's what I do for a living. if I retired or quit my job and I'm in my driveway of my house doing work, I'm not a mechanic. I'm not. A mechanic is what you do for a living. If you used to be a mechanic, you can tell someone, hey, hey, my uncle did that job. He was a mechanic for 30 years, retired, and he did my brakes. But no, what it is your uncle who once installed that ceiling fan for you because you didn't know how, and now he's doing your brakes. He's not an electrician either. But you're the first person to say, oh, hey, call my uncle. He's an electrician. Or he unclogged your drain. Hey, call my uncle. He's a plumber. That's what your uncle is. Guarantee it, because if he was really a mechanic doing the job at his house, now I don't know. Maybe he does have a scan tool at his house, but he probably doesn't. So what he probably did was just unbolted that electric motor from the vehicle, replaced the caliper, put it back together, and then just bolted that electric motor back on, because that's how he saw you do it on YouTube. And there are some instances where that will work. I've had an instance where I couldn't get it into, on electronic calipers, you need to get it into maintenance mode to where it retracts that piston fully. There's sometimes it doesn't work and you have to hot wire the motor to retract it back, or you do have to pull the motor out, kind of wind it back. So rare. Out of 500 brake jobs, maybe you have to do that one time because of some weird thing that's going on. But no, you either go into the car. Some cars have a procedure. Very, very few cars have a procedure. 98%, you hook up your scan tool and you tell the car, hey, I'm about to do the rear brakes. Can you put it in maintenance mode for me? And then it does. It retracts that brake. And then anything that's going on, it tells the rest of the car, hey, guys, don't freak out. I know somebody's working on the car. So whatever you guys got going on, all the modules, we're cool. We're cool. So you do the job, you take it out of maintenance mode, and then the car's like, all right, we really don't know what's going on, or the rest of the modules like, it's cool now. It's cool now. Everything looks good. And that's what you got to do on these electronic brake calipers. But no, because some asshole on YouTube says you just got to unbolt it and put it back on, your car won't know the difference. Your car does know the difference sometimes. Sometimes it just works. So originally we quoted her like front pads and rotors, rear pads and rotors. And it was like originally like $700. I know people are gonna be like, what? Oh, that's what you charge? Listen, they pay me a lot of money because I know what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah, when you do brakes in your driveway at your house, yeah, you can do them for $100, but when you take them to a shop, we got people like me to pay for overhead, electricity, whatever. If you're watching this, you're probably a cigar smoker because you're on the Cigar Prop channel. So you don't bitch about that $35 cigar when it probably only costs $2.90 to make. So don't bitch about my brake job prices. But it was $800 to do that caliper. So it was a caliper, like electric caliper, a rotor, because it is now beat red. It was nice and smooth. She didn't grind into it, but it was hot as all get out. So that material has been work hardened, heat hardened, and it's not safe. And then obviously we needed to put pads on that one side. So it was like $800 because her uncle, who's a mechanic, decided to fuck around and find out about a vehicle that he didn't know anything about, and now is going to cost his niece more money than it would have cost her to do the brakes all the way around professionally. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know if that's going to be the final price because I have to call the dealership on Monday. She's got to come back. I got to get her a price. So, yeah, it's going to be somewhere between $800 and $1,000 to do this one job. So I don't know. Take that in consideration. Rear brakes, if it has an electronic caliper, do your research before. I'm not saying you can't do it. Do your research before you delve into something like that.